This one is long. It's going to be in parts, and either you're staying or not. It's time to tell the story of my husband leaving this place. So years and years ago, I met a younger guy, and we started dating. And we dated for about a year, and we got married. And it was wonderful. It was great. We met in a band. I was a vocalist in the band. He was rapping in the band. It was live roots type feel. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Y'all, excuse me, I gotta play with things while I'm talking because this is gonna be a lot. And we fell in love and got married. And then we had babies. We had 3 babies in 2 years. You know, there was a lot going on. His profession was building houses, actually framing houses, doing stick builds, if framers know what I mean. And it was very hard when the housing market crashed. We crashed, you know, and there was a lot, you know, plus 3 babies in 2 years, you know, so we were doing a lot. I was working from home. We didn't like each other much sometimes, but we still try to make it work. And fast forward, we had gotten separated for a while. We both kind of went our separate ways. We got back together for a year, and then we tried to, you know what? This might not take long. We'll see. If you're still here, thank you, I guess. So we got back together for about a year or so, and then we decided that just wasn't gonna work out. And we got really separated, like for real separated. I moved to Maryland for 3 years. I moved out of the state for 3 years, and he stayed here. And that was kind of rough on our children. So, and we had gotten to the point where we were, you know, healed enough to start talking again and start speaking again. And we just decided that we were going to go ahead and continue to just be friends, you know. And we did. You know, he was dating someone else. I was dating someone else, but we never got divorced. We just were doing our thug thistle, as it were. So, as the time went on, you know, we made a decision. He had 2 children before me that lived near, and I was friends with his children's mother. And we made a decision that everybody that's an adult has to get over themselves. These children have to be raised together. So at any given point at my house, there would be his 5 all together, and then I had a mommy crew. So we'd have anywhere from 5 to 15 kids at this house, all being raised together with each other. And it was a beautiful thing. That is a book that I'm working on, is, you know, extended family and going back to the tradition. That's neither here nor there. Yeah, it is here and there. But anyway, he decided after a couple of years, after we got back from being out of state, and he decided that after we had been here a year, that he was going to, this was 2016, April of 2016, he decided to, and both of our birthdays are in April, shout out Aries, he had decided around his birthday that he was going to move to Kentucky, that he was going to live in Kentucky, and that he was going to restart his life, and that, you know, he loved me and I loved him, and if it was going to work out again, it was just going to, but that he needed to see about his life. And that was okay with me, because he had never lived in any other state. And, well, yes, he did. He was born in Oxnard in California. He was born in California. So he was, yeah, he was born in California. So other than that, he had never lived as an adult in any other state than where we lived. So I got all the kids together and took them to his house on the day he left. And I made sure that they spent the afternoon with him. And it was just a weird afternoon. It was a weird afternoon, I ain't gonna lie. It was really a weird afternoon. I couldn't put my finger on it, but it was almost like I knew that was the last time I was gonna see him. Just couldn't put my finger on it, but you know how you know? If there's anybody in here who's watching this who knows, you know that you know. And so he left and went to Kentucky. And things were beautiful for him in the beginning. And he would call every once in a while and say hi. And, say things, every twice a week we would talk. He would talk to the kids. He would always make sure he stayed in touch. And he was working things out. And on Mother's Day of 2016, he gave me a call and said, hi. I said, hi. He said, I love you. I said, I love you too. He said, listen, I'm calling to tell you that you are the best mom ever, that I couldn't have asked for a better mom for my children. And I just want to tell you how much I love you and care for you. And I hope things are well for you. And I'm sorry things didn't work out for us, but I just wanted to tell you how much you really mean to me. And I said, thank you, I appreciate that. Because I have to go back a little bit. While he was living here and we weren't together, I would go to his house, and if I would, if he needed anything, I'd make sure he had it. If he needed a ride to go somewhere, I would give it to him. He didn't have a car at the time. And whatever he needed, I just made sure he had, because he might not have had all the money in the world. He might not have had all these things, items and things. But when I tell you that this man, I'm sorry, y'all. When I tell you that this man was a beauty to be around his children, he was a beauty. It was a thing of beauty to watch him around his children. He was wonderful with them. And he loved them so much. And I'm one of those people that believes that children have a father, and that's just what it is. Their father might be gone. Their father might be on drugs. Their father might be with somebody else. Their father might be doing some things, but their father is their father, right? And if somebody else needs to step in and be in that father role, that's fine. But it does not mean they don't have a father. So though I was dating somebody else, and that person wanted me to basically block him out of their life so that they could be the person in their life, why are you speaking to him when he doesn't do this or he doesn't do that? Why are you letting him talk to them kids when he doesn't do the monetary things? And I was like, because I'm not raising my children to be on the pole. That's why. I'm not trying to be funny. I wish there was a laugh button right here, but that was the reason why I didn't want my children to be on the pole. So their father was their father, and whatever we needed to do to make sure that that's what it was it. And that's not always monetary. Sometimes it is, I ain't gonna lie, but them having a right and righteous mind was more important to me than them being kept away from him because he wasn't paying me certain monies. That's just not an option for me. So that's how that was. Anyway, that's part one. And I do have other parts when it comes to the way we raised our children, because it was a beautiful thing. But I'll tell you what happened after that in part two. Like, comment. No, I got it. Share, like, no, share, comment, do the bottom up thing, do the bottom up thing. Thank you. And follow me. I'm on a trek to 10K. Follow me.